So there's a couple things to know about when we start getting into, what type of position you're taking. When we say long, it applies to both spot and perpetual. I am saying I am spot long on Solana since $8. That means that I physically purchased Solana at $8, and my expectation is price go up. Now with short, so yeah, long, you're under the assumption that the price will increase. Short is short selling an asset, and that's one of the expectations is the price go down. With perpetuals, you can benefit financially from taking a short at the right time, just like we saw with this recent 1 day Solana short that we had that's absolutely doing great. And then I'll start getting into a couple of the other things about what shorting can mean given your trading strategy here in a little. TP simply means take profit. It's closing a portion of your trade for profit. We have 3 recommendations in Thor: TP1, 2, and 3. And once again, you can use take profit recommendations to really find what you'd like to do for your own trades. I'm a big TP1 kind of guy. I like to know that I'm going to get in and then I'm going to get to my take profit level 1, and I'll usually cut a large portion of my personal trades at TP level 1. Do I miss out on some profits? 100%. Do I finalize and do I reach take profit more often than those who shoot for TP2 or TP3? I do. There's also, a strategy where you can sell a percentage of your trade at these different intervals. So TP1, TP2, TP3. Diving into some of the maybe more detail stuff, I'm a big spot trader. Now, with spot trading, I feel like there's a lot more leeway for price action to go up, down, left, right, and center, and I don't really give a shit. We have a really confident level with Thor, and so I will shoot for TP3 a little bit more often, but I will have cut my take profit trade at 50% at take profit level 1, 25% at take profit 2, and then I'll bag hold generally what is my profit at that point, a percentage of my trade, either waiting for take profit level 3 or simply holding those assets if we don't get to take profit level 3. So, we'll get into that a little bit more, but you can definitely manage your own trading strategy by identifying which take profit level that you're looking to hit and how much of your trade you want to close at those intervals. Like I said, I'm a big take profit level 1 kind of guy, and some of us are take profit 3 or nothing. And so that's your own skill and time in the market that will let you really find what works for you and go from there. When we qualitatively say that Thor has a 70% plus cumulative hit rate, we qualify a trade as a win if we hit at least take profit level 1. And so when we say 70% of our trades hit, they're hitting at least that take profit level 1. So stop loss. Stop loss is another big part, and it's the inverse of what we were just talking about. Take profit, trade goes your right way, you're going to get some money, and you're going to take profit. Stop loss is assuming that the trade doesn't go down or doesn't go the way that you want it to. And you can set up a safety net for your trade in case you're sleeping or you're fucking around or doing whatever, not watching charts, where you can set up the maximum amount of money you're willing to lose on a trade. Now, this is, again, personal preference, and a lot of it has to come down to what your risk tolerances are. For me, generally, since I'm not using leverage and I'm generally trading spot, I don't really have a stop loss. I'll bag hold my fucking crypto to 0 if it comes down to it, because it ain't fucking going to 0. And so when we talk about stop losses, I generally would assume, you're trading perpetuals and you have a slight amount of leverage. When you apply leverage to a perpetual contract, you 100% should include a stop loss in your trading strategy. Otherwise, you can get wrecked really easily. So stop losses can be auto-calculated by Thor, and we'll talk a little bit about the risk to reward, but not too much, just because we want this to be like a 101. And so we're just going to talk really mainly focused on how I personally trade, which is spot trading. So stop losses are good if you want to prevent maximum loss, or like many of us have experienced at some point in time, getting your account liquidated. Liquidations are bad. You will take all of the capital that you have within your trading portfolio and it will be closed out and your whole position will be liquidated. Some of them have different types of perpetual trading where only your trade will get liquidated, but it does depend. So stop loss is a big important part of all of this, and we'll show you a little bit about how you want to use that in the future.